Man, I'm so proud of you, man. You doing so many big things and making so many, business moves and, putting your business hand out there, being real constructive and teaching us how to do it. You know what I'm saying? I want to give you props before we even start the interview on how you just took your trap hand and made it a business hand.
Man, that was always the idea, you know what I'm saying? A motherfucker didn't have no fantasies about getting in the dope game and staying in there for life.
Right.
You know, it was all about, you know what I'm saying, just working my way up to a point where I could create other opportunities for myself, and as soon as those things started happening, execution was key.
Do you believe that a lot of ex-drug dealers are great Fortune 500 businessmen if they're given the opportunity?
Absolutely. If you can run a corner, you can run a business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if not for the dope game, I always say this is as much of a travesty as the crack era and the war on drugs has been, you know what I'm saying? As many lives have been lost, as much freedom has been taken away. I still must say that we would not have had as much of an opportunity to handle large funds and have an entrepreneurial spirit. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
If it wasn't for the dope game. And a lot of entrepreneurs was birthed out of that. As a matter of fact, I use this example all the time. Eazy-E being a well-known drug dealer at the time, his I guess the results of him doing so afforded him the opportunity to invest in the dreams of one young Dr. Dre.
Hello.
Okay, so had it not been for the dope money, then
that dream would have been a nightmare.
And Dr. Dre is now a billionaire.
Hello.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think what the devil means for bad, God uses for good.
True indeed. And I'm gonna attest to the dope game because I come from it. I could never get to the big fish in the dope game.
Right.
But I could always, maintain and have what I needed. But once I got into the rap game, I took what I learned from the dope game as far as how the big fish would always fall off. Or get cracked. Or get told on. So I was like, I'm gonna move mine a little bit different. When I get that position of love, I'm gonna show love all the way from top to bottom as opposed to some big fishes in that world. You gotta be shrewd, you gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Because what comes with it. But I was like, when I get that ball stick, I'm gonna do it a little bit different. Is that what you did when you got it?
I mean, man, for me, man, I think that I had to grow into my understanding of what my position entailed, you know what I'm saying? Because when I first came in, it wasn't, I didn't really have a lot of people to go to for information, for guidance, for, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't until later on in my career when I was, you know what I'm saying, when I was introduced to people like you and Jay and, you know what I'm saying, and Puff and so on. But as far as from Atlanta.
No mentorship.
I mean, everybody was just really got, so, caught up in doing their own thing, rightfully so. But it wasn't really no time for no turning back and teaching nobody nothing. We on the road.
So you basically had to have a hard knock life to where you had to learn that shit as you went.
Bumps and bruises, trial and error, you know what I mean?